There was a time, and it really wasn't all that long ago, when Vurhonga Savanna was pretty much our go-to map, and I think through the years of hunting it, and kind of by accomplishing some of the goals we had in getting certain trophies from this map, it's kind of fallen by the wayside, and we've moved on to other maps, but the recent release of Truex Kudu definitely has kind of gotten my interest back to hunting this map. And there are a number of things that we are still kind of missing from the species that are here. I still want a male diamond gemsbok, and a rare female lion is kind of on the list, along with a couple of other just sort of really unlikely things, some rares and stuff that I would like to get. But definitely kudu are going to be one of our focuses today, and I kind of want to take a similar approach to what we did on Yukon. Just kind of go for a hunt, basically go wherever the hunt leads us, and if we can get after kudu a decent amount because they are the new species, that would be ideal. But a good way to start out, actually a gold gemsbok, and one of those, a thing that I've kind of missed with Vurhonga, you get these random spinal cord shots that you definitely don't earn, but they end up being drop shots, and I mean double lung would have been just fine as well, but kind of slowly but surely contributing to our gemsbok grind for a male. Like anytime I get the opportunity, I try to take them out. We are in multiplayer, but it is my own map, so the stuff that we're shooting is going to count towards respawns. Is not super often we get to see something like this. There's a level 7 lion. I think he is stalking a female kudu, especially since it's nervous. It must have been closer to him. And then there's a kind of decent gold male wildebeest out here, and that actually is another one. Our first diamond wildebeest ever was a gold bighorns, and we've not had one since. Never on the old system again, and none on the new system. We had plenty of smaller horns, diamond gold gemsbok, or diamond gold wildebeest I should say, but no more bigger horns ones, and it's such a rare thing. By the way, this kind of stuff is just absolutely bizarre, but it's hard to kind of grind for something like that, and I find wildebeest in general to be a difficult species to grind for because of the massive herds they kind of travel in. It's something I've always wanted, and kind of similar to the gemsbok grind, something that I just hope through shooting wildebeest on random hunts could eventually happen. It's not like gold wildebeest are incredibly rare, it just kind of comes down to getting the right fur type on a big enough diamond. And it's nice to see, by the way, that estimate gives a chance at diamond, but a good sized kudu coming from our respawns from the last hunt. Kind of keeping that shot low so we didn't end up hitting him in the skull. And we definitely got into the vitals. Now, I believe diamond is 151 for them, and it's one of those situations, and we've seen it time and time again, where animals for some reason often will score right at the top end or bottom end of their estimate. And that 152 kind of makes sense as a just barely above diamond, level 4, and I think the tip-to-tip spread matters on these, and he was a little bit kind of wider than normal, I would say, so kind of fingers crossed for that one. I'm hoping to get at least one more diamond to go opposite the one that we have, and I'd love a couple of gold rares to replace our 2 melanistics, and it depends how much time we kind of spend going after kudu, but for now it's nice to see another good size one. He is a 148.1 gold. We missed diamond by about 3.5. Definitely a nice size one. Right lung shot there at 150 meters, and I mean that's a heck of a first to see on this hunt. We're just now kind of getting into some of the areas where we found them the most last time, and definitely a strong indication that this could be a good hunt. If I remember correctly, in our last hunt we actually didn't make it to this particular area, and I kind of knew kudu could feed back here. It's sort of back behind the lake where we tend to have a lot of our kudu success, and I mean we just shot the one up in this area, and I think we shot a couple down here, which I'm hoping to see some respawns in this hunt as well, but I don't remember actually running back behind this lake, so I wanted to give it a look, and we had at least the one male, and actually a gold level 3 at 133. Even though we seem to be in the middle of a war, as there's a bunch of shots going on down there, I think a brown mythical Cape Buffalo will be a good one to go ahead and take out, and as it turned, we evidently still got into the lungs and probably double lung But I know that brown Cape buffaloes seem to be spawning a lot more often than they used to, and I mentioned that I think in the Trophy Lodge tour, the brown diamond that we have from, I think sometime in 2020, was when they were actually spawning, I guess, properly. And I'm kind of glad to see this was just a mythical. I feel like if we did find a brown diamond right now, we probably either wouldn't shoot it or wouldn't taxidermize it, or maybe just would put it in a different lodge. But as for this guy and him just being a mythical, it's just a good looking Cape Buffalo. And this was the Cape Buffalo that, with these horns, can make level 9. So it would be a guaranteed troll. But at 147, it's one of our better brown fur type ones, even if they are a little more common than they used to be. I always kind of struggle to spend a lot of time going after female lions in videos and streams, because I feel like, you know, the male lions are the ones that can make diamond. They're definitely the better looking rares. But when it comes down to like our purposes for the Trophy Lodge, we had a dark brown mythical lion and actually replaced that by a blonde mythical, which I think was a little lower scoring, but it was one that we took with a recurve on stream after a ton of time chasing it, so it just kind of had to end up in the lodge. And then we've got our diamond and 2 other rare females, so essentially the only non-diamond or rare in all of our lion multi-mounts is the one common female. And I want to get one more rare to supplement that multi-mount. It's just that, I don't know, it all seems like they're the less interesting one. When it comes down to shooting the commons and kind of grinding for that rare, there's not a whole lot that can possibly happen. When you're doing a, say, a grind for a rare, I don't know, a rare mountain lion, you can end up getting a bunch of diamonds in the process, and at least there's kind of something that can happen there. When you're just shooting a bunch of female lions, kind of silvers are the best you can get, but at the very least, that's another one crossed off the list, and hopefully that rare is not too far down the road. You know, it ends up being kind of fitting that at the start of this video, I mentioned that we haven't hunted Vurhonga nearly as much. I think I also mentioned wanting a diamond male gemsbok, but I look at the horns on this one, and I can't identify whether or not that is the guaranteed troll or not. Now, it doesn't matter whether it's the guaranteed troll set of horns or the ones that can make diamond. They both control and they both do troll most of the time. But yeah, I mean, with the estimate up to 350, they make diamond at 337.5, and max score for a male gemsbok is 342. So he could be anywhere in there, and I think, like, to me it looked more like the troll horns, but honestly, it's been so long since we've even seen one of these that I'm not 100% certain. We'll find out in just a second. I can't tell from looking at that either. At 325 and especially at 234 kg, I would say he was the guaranteed troll. Nice to see another 5. I do think level 5 male gemsbok are fairly common. And it's one of those things where it's almost like a passive grind in a way. We're just kind of, you know, continuing to shoot gemsbok every now and then when we can, when we're out of here on this map. And hopefully one of these days a level 5 shows up that will make that diamond requirement. It's gonna be a little bit difficult to check our wildebeest spot if there is a Cape Buffalo after us, so I think we better take care of this first. Seems to be a little confused about where we were, but that, not gonna lie, I wasn't really going for a brain shot there, but that will do. Solid bronze score on that level 5, but I wanted to come over here, and I think we probably should have stopped into this area a little earlier in the hunt, because there is like a huge warthog feed zone here, and we've definitely missed out on that. But I do see some wildebeest over in this area, including, it looks like 3 golds over there. So we'll definitely have to check kind of all the score estimates and see what's over in there, but definitely a couple worth taking a look at. Well, this time we can't really just shoot the Cape Buffalo and be good. We're too close to the wildebeest. I mean, both of those gold 4s are decent. I think we're just going to take that one because it's the one that we have highlighted. At least we can get a shot off. Oh, I think we were able to get both. Unless that was spinal cord, he's starting to go down. There were actually a couple more Cape Buffalo in here. Evidently, some of the wildebeest are heading this way. interesting that they don't just flee. They always were able to just head straight up that way. But the one thing I don't want to do is cause too much pressure. I think we're okay. I think had we not switched to zero range there, we may have ended up with a hard shot. At the last second I went to 75, and a low shot like that at the other zero distance may have been okay. I don't know what is happening. We can't seem to get a vital. He's actually switching to fleeing, which if he gets away, that's all good, but I think we should at least make an effort to bring him down. And 2 for 2 on completely rooting the score on a couple of Cape Buffalo and getting bronze. At least we didn't do that on the mythical brown from earlier. And now it may be time for Sir 12 to step in here. We have 1 gold wildebeest down here. I think we shot the 2 4s, so a 36.1. If he was standing when we shot him, then actually we didn't do too badly. The other one can't be too far. Hopefully Sir 12 can track him down for us. Evidently we didn't make that good of a shot. I hear Sir 12 barking again too, so I think we maybe have another Cape Buffalo going after us. Now, I would like to maybe alert that wildebeest and get the shot off, especially if there is another Cape Buffalo running after us. Maybe we can get him to go alert here. I saw the alert awareness state. That shot is going to do a little bit better, and I think... No, that's a wildebeest down there too. I thought maybe that was the sound of a Cape Buffalo running us down. But I think that was pretty good evidence of why rushing the shot, at least when it comes to, you know, potential diamonds, can be a bad thing. I felt like it was good. I'm going to guess the shot must have been too high, but it was enough to at least get him down to 25 to 50 with a 303. So I'll be intrigued to see where that shot hit. And then the second one I think was probably just double lung. It was right in the shoulder. A little farther back and we would have been okay, and ironically enough, we kind of picked the wrong one to start with. The one that we shot as he stood up was the higher scoring of the two. But nice to bring them down. I really don't know how wildebeest respawning works. I assume they kind of respawn back into their herds. And that was one thing, I was kind of thinking of that earlier as we were hunting around. We don't really kill very many diamond wildebeest anymore. But I think it's because we never shoot them. Like, unless we see a diamond or a rare in single player, we don't really tend to pursue them. And at some point, you just kind of end up with a bunch of uninteresting wildebeest. So hopefully by getting those, and hopefully by getting a lot of the animals that we got today, we can see good respawns for our future Vurhonga hunts. But anyway, that is going to do it for this video. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.